Okay, I'm going to try to take you through the basic functionality of this program in about 20 minutes. So I will really only be able to hit the essentials. Now in a number of ways, Bloomberg Law, Westlaw Next, and Lexis Advanced programs have basically the same features. As I like to tell students when I talk about these databases, they basically do three things. The first is document retrieval. This is when you have a legal citation in hand and you just want to see it or make a copy, or you just have a case name, and that's the simplest thing to do. And the second is citation services. This is to check the accuracy or validity of a citation. This is the key cite or shepherdizing component. In Bloomberg Law, it's called bcite. And the third function is to do legal research. Now all three, Westlaw, Lexis, and Bloomberg, have a lot of both primary and secondary legal materials. All allow you to search the entire content and offer a number of ways to filter your search by jurisdiction, material type, date, etc. All offer both keyword or natural language searching and also Boolean search options. Now Bloomberg does have some unique features. As you can imagine, there is a lot more information on businesses on there, and there are far fewer number of legal databases available. However, it does have a much richer collection of court documents, both state and federal, pleadings and docket sheets, etc. So a lot of material that you would have previously gone to Pacer for, you can now get on Bloomberg Law. In fact, it has a direct feed from Pacer. And last but not least, it gives you the full access to the great BNA Reporter series and a lot of other unique secondary sources. Bloomberg also has a unique pricing strategy in that it has a flat rate for all their databases and time on the system. Okay, what I will do is to run through the functions that are expressed in the top tabs at the top, and in the interest of the time, not all of them. But we will be looking at the Search and Browse feature, the Practice Center, Litigation and Dockets, Legislative and Regulatory, and the Legal News and Analysis tabs. And before we get into that, let's take a quick look at the document or database retrieval and the citation service, which, as I said a few minutes ago, is called bcite. Now above the tabs on the right, you'll see a small window they call the Go box. So if you want to look at a case or a specific database or source or information on a company, you can get it there. Let's take a quick look at how the company information works. So you can put in the ticker designator up in the Go box, or you can put in the company name. I put in Whole Foods, and let's click on Whole Foods. Now what this will do, this is going to bring up the company profile, which you see here. Let's take a quick look at that. And there you go. Whole Foods is doing pretty well. Okay, if you want to look at a case, you can put in the citation to the case at the top. Or if you want to look at several cases, you can input the citations and just put a semicolon between them. Or you can search by case name. And let's do that. I'm going to put in PALS. And from the pull-down menu, you're going to see one of the selections is the famous Paul's Grass versus Long Island Railroad. And let's bring up that. Okay, let's look how cases are presented in bcite. First at the top you see the case status symbol, then the case name, the parallel cites, dates of decision, and then you see the opinion itself, the star paginations, the dates, etc. A quick note, more recent cases will have both the syllabus and headnotes, and Bloomberg has its own headnote digest system, which we won't have time to explore. Now scrolling through, you see the cases cited. In the cases are hyperlinked, of course, as you can see. On the right, you'll see the bcite analysis box, and you'll see there are 1,714 positive, and you'll see there's 19 distinguished. Below that you'll see the general information, and this gives you the disposition in the case. Also, there's a nice notepad feature. When you click that on, a notepad will appear at the entire length of the case. So if you want to make a notation, click on right next to the applicable section, and then you can save that. When you bring it back up, you'll have your notes ready for you on that particular case. Okay, now look at the top, and we'll see the Citator tabs. And as I said, this is called the B Cites. We have the Direct History tab, and this gives you the history of the case as it goes through the appellate chain. Then we have the Case Analysis tab, and you'll see the case analysis symbols on the left. And on the right, you'll see the depth of coverage boxes, which just means the more boxes, the deeper discussion there is on the cited case. And then you'll see the extract link under that. And this will show you where Paul's graph is cited in this case. You can also bring up cases by date in reverse chronological order, or by citation frequency, citing case analysis, or by court. The next tab is the Table of Authorities tab, and these are the cases that were cited in Paul's graph that on which Paul's graph built its authority. And the next tab is the Citing Documents. These are all the documents, regardless of type, that have cited Paul's graph. Okay, let's start looking at the tabs, and we'll start with the Search and Browse tab. First, you can find a complete list of the legal databases available on Bloomberg Law. Click on the Search and Browse and then All Legal Content search page. Then you will find a blue link for the source directory, which gives you all the legal databases available. From here you can pick what databases you want to search, and just like the old classic directory approach in Westlaw and Lexis. And as you can see, this is not like Westlaw and Lexis where you have some 40,000 databases to choose from. But you just click through from the broader categories to the more refined ones, and as you do it, if you see a specific database that you would like a lot, you can highlight that. Okay, and that'll bring up what databases you want to search. And in the right corner there's a little gray star. When you click that on, it will add it to your favorites box, and then your favorites box is going to be presented to you on your home page, and you can bank up into at least 15 of them at a time. Okay, let's do a case search. Let's go back to the Search and Browse tab. Go down to Court Opinions. And what we want to do is we're going to search a New York opinion. Go down to New York. And there we go. Now we have a search here. It's going to be locker or backpack within 5 of search or seizure. You can also search by selected topic, selected industry, party name, judge, case name, attorney or law firm. You can do a keyword search, and I've done a Boolean search here. If you want to know what Boolean search connectors are available to you, all you have to do is click on this search help here, and that will give you all of them that you can use, which are very similar to what you see in Westlaw and Lexis. Okay, let's do the search. Alright, so we have 72 cases in the New York system. On the left, it'll give you different filtering options. You can filter by court, by topic, or by judge. You can also modify your search right at the top of the screen, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to add and due process. And now we have 5 cases. As you can see, your search terms are embedded in the box below the names of the case. And we see the parallel sites there as well. And here again, you can retrieve your cases either by date or court or most cited or relevance. All right, let's look at the browse feature. Let's go back up to search and browse again. And what this does is it allows you to explore the table of contents in a variety of different manuals and books and treatises, etc. Let's click on the BNA manual. And let's look at the Disabilities Law Manual. Now you can search an individual section by just clicking on, for instance, telecommunication. Or you can search the entire manual in the keyword box above. Or you can do a Boolean search within an individual section by clicking on the search box next to that chapter number. Here again, if you want to know what kind of Boolean connectors are available to you, all you have to do is click this Show Search Help. Okay, now let's look at the Practice Area, Practice Center tab rather, and click that on. Now, as you can probably guess, this is for lawyers who specialize in a particular area of the law. And let's click on the tab and pick Securities. On the right, you'll see the latest news and analysis on securities. On the left, you'll see the Resources tab. For example, in the News and Analysis sheet, we have the Law Reports, which gives you the latest articles from the law reports on this particular area of the law. And on the bottom, you'll see a search box which allows you just to search all the materials within the category of securities law. All right, let's look at the Litigation and Docket tab at the top. Now let's click on Docket Coverage. And what this does is it brings up an interactive map of the U.S., or you can select from the state drop-down menu here to select a jurisdiction. Or you can pick from a list by holding your cursor over it, over a particular state, as I did here. And that shows you what's available on both the state and federal level within a specific state. Let's go to the Search Dockets function. So I'm going to use the Browse feature. I'm going to go back to Michigan. And I'm going to go to the Circuit Court, 6th Circuit Court, Oakland County. And I already have a search keyed up for us, premises liability. Here again, you can see you can restrict it by party name, judge, attorney and firm, etc. I'll do a search here. And there you go. So we have 8 results from Oakland County. I'm going to bring up the first case. And you'll see the docket sheet presented here. I'll click on the complaint file. And there you see the complaint. All right, let's go back. One more I would like to do. You can also put in the name of the court at the top. We'll do that. U.S. District Court for the Western District of Michigan. And in this particular search, what we're going to do, we're going to search for subject matter jurisdiction within 5. Dismiss. Go down to the bottom and search. And there you go. Actually, we have 198 different cases presented. Okay, let's look at the next tab, which is the Legislative and Regulatory tab. And let's look at state legislative materials. We're going to go to Michigan. And let's look at the Michigan legislative materials. And let's look at the Michigan compiled laws. Here again, you can search the entire set by the keyword box at the top. You can hone through the different sections, or you can search an individual section by clicking on the search box next to that. You can search here either keyword or Boolean. The Boolean different categories are presented to you here. Take note that this is not an annotated version, so it's just the straight up code. Okay, one more, and that's the legal news and analysis. Click that on. And let's look at the BNA reports. And we'll look at criminal law. And we'll look at the criminal law reporter. And as you can see, it has the latest issue, which was issued on the 1st of October. If you want to view the entire issue, you just click on View Full Issue. And there you go. One more, let's look at the books and treatises. And here it has an extensive collection of full text of books and treatises from a variety of different respected publishers. Let's look at the Practicing Law Institute. And you'll see a great number of great resources that you can look at. Let's look at Friedman on contracts and conveyances of real property. Here again, you can search the entire 3 volumes, you can search an individual volume, or you can examine different sections. And that's really all I have time for today. Thank you very much for your attention.